are streaming, supposedly. Supposedly we are streaming. Maybe, just maybe, I will go ahead and link this to like my Twitter or something. Okay, don't need that in my life. Don't want to hear myself. Why would I want that? Do 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 do. Okay. Posted to Twitter. Nobody will watch it. It's okay. I'm just gonna play this for a minute and then we'll go from there. I also forgot what I was doing. I am, like, obviously, this is not the beginning of the game. I have been playing for like 10 plus hours. Probably a lot longer now. But I have beaten like all the gyms. All that's left is the Elite Four and whatever side missions. I'm pretty well along on the side missions. I've done all the Titans and and I did. Did I do all the gang wars? I love this. It's Pokemon with gang wars. That's fantastic. No, there's one left, and I'm not going back there. Screw that. It was too difficult. So basically, I'm just kind of messing around because I'm not about to get anywhere with my Pokemon the way they are. Yeah, none of them are 50 yet. So I'm sort of in a grinding position here. Ooh, I don't have Haunter. Hello, Haunter. I'm trying to make sure I get you. I think that worked. Rufflet just rushed me. So I imagine I might be fighting that later. Or that. Whatever that is. Okay. I think we're gonna do this, right? You bastard. I killed him. I actually forgot that I wasn't trying to feint him. I was trying to catch him. Consolation prize? Halucha? Let's go with the slightly weaker. See if I can get away with not fainting it, because I genuinely don't know. We're reasonably evenly matched, so yeah, okay. Works for me. Oh, I could have been trying quick balls. That's alright. But yeah, I have work tomorrow on Thanksgiving. So that's something I get to look forward to. They're gonna be feeding us cheap food at lunch. It's like boxed Thanksgiving food or whatever. It's in like a little case. And then I'm going to my family for a late one. If I do that, I'll knock him out. Basically everyone's going to be gone by the time I get off work, as far as my family Thanksgiving is concerned. So basically, I'm going there. They're going to pack me some food to take home, and that'll be it. And there's no tension between me and my family, so I don't have that like relief that like, oh, now I don't have to worry about having an awkward Thanksgiving. I never have. Well, I mean, I guess all of my gatherings are awkward, so it doesn't really matter. But the general idea is that no, I don't mind spending time with my family. So it's not like I'm, but at the same time I'm also like, oh cool, fewer social obligations, because in a way that's kind of nice. Dang it. I mean, I'm right next to a Pokemon Center, so I guess it's not a big deal. Interesting choice to make them look like friggin' truck stops. I gotta say. Apparently I've never fought a Halucha in the game. Haha, now you're spending 2 PP for a move. I hate that it's called PP. Is it power points? It's PP, that's what I know. It's so dumb. Okay, I knocked him out. I forgot flying is super effective. That's on me. So I'm trying to catch Pokemon. Meanwhile, I'm just knocking them out left and right. Okay. Let's go here. Maybe I'll get that massive ostrich abomination back there that I keep seeing. I've never caught one. I have fought one. I think it was part of a gym battle or something. I like that they like allude to the Pokemon you're about to encounter in gym battles, and they're like, "Oh yeah, by the way, this you won't see this till the end of the game, but here's a gym leader with it." All right, not very effective. Well, that's not gonna do it for me. This is a bird. Let's send another bird out there. Look at all the go-goats getting harassed. Or, no. The power dynamic says that the go-goats are harassing the, Espathra. Espathra? Okay. Sure. I don't actually have a glaring need to increase my defense, so I could have done Drill Peck and been fine. He shifted through the grass. You know what they should do? There should be like a moonwalk animation for one of these attacks. I don't know why, I just think that'd look cool. I saw some TikTok of a guy moonwalking on a sidewalk, and I was like, that's just so friggin' cool. I can kind of do it. It still kind of doesn't make sense to me, but I can kind of do it. No, it's the uncanny valley effect on the way that your feet glide. I swear there's something else to it. Like, it just doesn't look real. To me, anyway. Espathra. It emits psychic power from the gaps between its multicolored frills and sprints at speeds greater than 120 miles per hour. But here, he's going an even 20. Oops. Espacha. I put like 0 thought into names, by the way. I just erase half of them and then add my own thing to it. I have that thing, and that is a pain in the ass. Not only to fight, but to catch. Oh, there's something up here. Oh, so, fun fact. This game is so effed up that you can do, like, really stupid tricks to get to these high places early on. It doesn't work all the time, but if this guy can, like, latch on, okay. Why does this bird have Edna Mode's hair? Is that classified a bob? I suppose maybe. Anyway, what I was getting at was that if this guy can latch onto a slanted hill that is too steep to climb normally, you can jump backwards into it and just keep doing... Okay, well, that's not a good example because I'm overpowered now. I can fly and I can climb. But the idea when I couldn't do those things was if you jump backwards, he would okay, again, these are too steep. I can't demonstrate how it works, and also he just keeps gliding now. So unfortunately, I'm too far along in the game to demonstrate the trick. But if you jump backwards, you can just keep jumping backwards up these inclines. And it's hilarious. I really wish I could still show it, but apparently that's not a thing anymore. Dang it, so I can't show you the exploit. It's kind of cheaty, but not really. Since this game is very open world, exploits to get to places that you aren't necessarily meant to get to right away are not like forbidden areas. There's not a lot of places you're not supposed to be able to get to early on. This kind of has a similar open world approach that Breath of the Wild did. Also, I don't have a Grumpig. Oops. Well, goodbye. Grumpig. I fought you, but I don't have you. But yeah, it has a similar approach to open world gaming as Breath of the Wild did, wherein you could, after the first area, you could go everywhere in the map, barring like your own abilities. There was nothing actually being blocked off by like story or anything like that. You could rush Hyrule Castle and fight Ganon. This has a similar thing. You could challenge the most difficult gym in the game at the beginning, assuming you know how to get there. A lot of these places are still a pain in the ass to get to without overpowering your little taxi service. So it's a little different. But for the most part, yeah, you can pretty much go anywhere here still. So like I said, the backwards jump exploit is not really that much of an exploit. It's just a kind of like way to cheese your way up something to find like little goodies. I was gonna say there's not really a reason. Oh, he can't snore because he's not asleep. My phone fell out of my pocket. Alright. Boom. Okay. I think now's about the time we are going to try and catch it with a great ball. Grumpig. What do I want to name him? If the beauty is not spending a lot of names, or spending a lot of time on the names, it's almost an homage to Wallace and Gromit. But it isn't. Well, I guess it is because my brain went there. You say, oh, you got named for blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, sort of. It's like I don't put a lot of thought into my name, so I'm just like, you could say that I named you after Gromit, but that isn't like strictly true because what you're asking for is me to like admit that that was like a fully formed idea. It's not. It's more like it just appeared in my brain and I said okay. I guess that's the format of all inspiration, but still. Let's not kill him, hopefully. Heck yes! At the brink of death. Yes, please. But yeah, we're not going to be doing anything major. I was only going to do this stream for like maybe an hour and then call it. Because I haven't streamed Pokemon, and I was like, this would be a really cool thing to do. Because I gotta say, I love it. Like, you know, people are complaining about the FPS stuff and the glitches, and I'm not, and those aren't even invalid like criticisms. They're totally valid, but I don't care. I am enjoying myself. This is exactly the kind of thing that I could kick back and just get a huge kick out of it. It's just fun. It's a little broken. It's got problems, but it is fun. So, in as far as like, oh, I have a problem because Game Freak or Nintendo didn't do everything they should have done for the development of this game, so the quality suffers. That's totally valid. There's nothing wrong with pointing out the flaws. But all in all, it's a very solid game regardless. And I'm not going to deprive myself my own joy simply because a lot of people think that boycotting Pokemon is going to solve all the problems. Which, I mean, like, no offense if that's something you want to do, but it's not going to fix anything. I promise you. No one has ever been able to successfully boycott Pokemon. You can't make Game Freak do anything with a boycott. You know why? Because people love Pokemon so much that a boycott is not even like it doesn't even affect them. Also, the one caveat to gliding is this: after a while, you just start plummeting to your death. So-called death. I have a Murkrow, right? You bastard. I was going for the Honchkrow. Whatever. But what I will... what was I saying? Maybe I'll just catch this thing since I can. What I was trying to get at was that the boycotts don't really work. Because if you want a boycott on Pokemon to work, it requires everyone almost unanimously agreeing with you. But the primary consumer demographic of Pokemon games is always going to be children. There's never going to be more adults playing Pokemon than there are children. I promise you. That's literally how this appeals. And you know what? Kids don't care. Critical capture. Love that. Cool. I bet you I can't get a critical capture on a Honchkrow. I gotta name him. Okay, Merkins. But yeah, see, like, the thing is that you're going to need to get everyone else on board. You're not going to do that. Kids don't boycott. Kids like Pokemon. Kids see a new Pokemon game, they're going to be like, yes, please. Now, some kids have, like, different quality receptors or whatever you want to say. And that kind of changes the way that they view certain games because, like, a lot of kids will say on the surface, like, oh, that game is stupid, or that game looks dumb. And, you know, you're never going to win those kids over like that. But those kids aren't part of the demographic, and so those aren't even lost sales. Those are just kids that don't want it. And... Ooh, nope. Yeah. I think I need to work a little harder. But yeah, there's been no, like, worldwide consensus that Game Freak needs to step it up. No one has ever thought that, even on their shaky move to 3D. Although I will say X and Y on the 3DS was pretty solid. It was a good first step into 3D territory. But a lot of people were thinking, well, I mean, honestly, Sun and Moon was pretty good too. I mean, it built on the same framework as X and Y. but Sword and Shield, arguably, everyone said it was too ambitious, and the quality suffered because of that, because they didn't spend enough time on it, and the Pokédex was limited, which is a thing they actually remedied later. But this is the worst camera angle imaginable. Hold on. Can I do this? No, that knocked him out. Okay. Well, you know what? Maybe I'm just going to give up on that. Oh, we're getting some leveling up. Oh my gosh, am I about to die? Oh my gosh, I am so about to die. I could have watched her land, but I already know how that goes. When you land after a long fall, your Rotom phone saves you. I found that out at the beginning of the game when I accidentally plummeted to my death. Or no, wait, I think that was on purpose. I think that was built into the story. I don't even remember that. That feels like forever ago now. I see Voltorb everywhere, but never Electrode. They've got so many evolved forms running around in this game of like every Pokemon, but I have not seen Electrode this whole time that I've been playing. But yeah, I mean, oh, I kind of want the Flamingo. It's just straight up a Flamingo. Also, everything's a lower level here, which is cool. They're easier to deal with, but they're also easier to faint. But yeah, basically, I don't think anything major is going to happen to the company unless they start listening to their fans like a lot. And by fans, I mean people on Twitter. For the most part, Twitter is the place where everybody has decided they want to complain about things. And that's always been the case. Although Twitter, with the way things have been going, I would say that he avoided the attack. Okay, that's what's been happening. Who knows what's going to happen next, because Twitter is on the rocks. I don't even know. It used to be one of my favorite places to go, and not even because it was a good platform. I just like the people on it. Twitter is a platform. It's very stupid. And I have a lot of problems with it. Dating before Elon Musk bought it. So, I mean, it was only a matter of time before someone mismanaged it into oblivion. I don't know that it's going to like break down into nothing soon. I think that more than likely it's just going to eventually fade into obscurity, like all social networks do, over the next few years. Nothing happens overnight. People were making a bunch of like farewell posts saying like, oh, I guess this is it. Twitter's really going downhill and it's probably going to shut down soon. And they're writing these long-winded speeches. I was just like, how narcissistic do you have to be? I went from like just under 200 followers to 30 because Twitter banned me unjustly. They thought I was someone else, so they banned me. I kept appealing for like 7 months and then nothing happened. So I just made a new account. And basically, like imagine me with 30 followers making some big thing when I talk to like maybe 5 people. And that's not even on average. Like, but even like a bigger account, you're just sitting there thinking like, who cares? It's like, oh, please follow me on blah blah blah. And I was just like, dude, you're begging people to jump on a platform that nobody cares about. They're talking about the Hive social, whatever it's called. I'm not gonna lie, I went ahead and made an account, but only out of morbid curiosity. I think it's got some good ideas, but I think Hive is the one that's being run by like 2 people. So, as far as social networking is concerned, you're not going to get a great support base for that because they are not hiring out. At least I don't think they are. They're not running a thing where they can handle 1 million people complaining at once about their site stability crashing. Okay, wait, what? It's a level 24 and it's not gonna let me escape. Okay, fine. But like everybody is like, I'm gonna be on this social networking platform now, and it's all stuff that's like basically ripping off Twitter, which is hilarious to me. It's like you guys might as well be saying, "Oh, I'm gonna go to Truth Social now." You're basically saying that because who cares? You know, if Twitter goes away, I'm not gonna lose any sleep over it because I was already kind of on the outs with it in the first place. Like, and I mean, if you really look at how Twitter is, it's just not an especially good place for conversation. Yeah, like I said, I have friends on there, but I mean, I'm not going on there with like heavy-handed discourse or good conversation. It's just a place to share dumb jokes. That's it. That's the best thing it's for. Beyond that, it's worth very little. You can do that anywhere else. I have text groups where I just send memes, and I have a better rapport on there than I do anywhere else. So I don't know, and this is so funny. I've got that whole ADHD brain, so that's why I kind of branched off there. But that came from me talking about Twitter in relation to like people outrage posting about like Pokemon, for instance, because that's where a lot of the complaints are coming from. You can go to other social networks and find them complaining there too, but Twitter is the loudest. Because despite all the people writing goodbye posts, they're still there complaining. But yeah, it's like if Twitter goes away, they're just gonna find another place to complain. If the Hive becomes the new Twitter, I could see it, but only if they sold the company to like to a place that has a bigger staff. Because Hive will never be able to support an influx of new users from another social networking platform. It'll never be able to support that the way it is. Because there's like millions or billions of Twitter accounts. Imagine if even a fraction of them moved over to Hive. They can't handle it. So unless something actually changes with the way that they manage the platform, Hive is never going to be the next Twitter. It's got a lot of promising features though, and stuff coming through the pipeline. It is interesting, but it's not right now. I don't really see it. If that changes, then I guess it'll change. But the fact that Hive is basically coming off of Twitter and being like, yeah, we're the new Twitter. Even if they're not saying that, that's kind of what it's become. I love that I just have to look through this guy's, like, tier feathers because it takes up the whole friggin' screen. Oh, wait. We're going to try to catch him. But, yeah, I before I get too ranty, that's like, they can't support Twitter. They can't support Twitter users. And they won't until they get better management, bigger management, really. Not necessarily better. But, Torquay. Get it? Because tomorrow's Thanksgiving. But yeah, we're not going to see new Twitter. We're not going to see something take its place necessarily. We've seen mass migrations move from one big platform to another big platform. But That's it. There is no big platform for Twitter users to move to, unless they go back to like Tumblr, which that's where a lot of people went from to Twitter back when Tumblr went down the drain. Of course, supposedly they're doing better now. I don't know. Where are we at here? 3 trainers. Oh, I need 4 more. I don't know where they are. I'm also just like I said, I already knew this is going to be kind of an aimless thing, but the whole time that I've been talking, I have just been going through the motions. I'm literally not paying attention to what I'm playing. I think I've made so many dumb decisions in those battles that I normally don't make, just because I've been so focused on whatever the heck I'm saying right now. But interesting thing. Since we're talking about talking. There is no more going into random buildings and houses. And I could have sworn you could still do that in Sword and Shield. So that's a new thing that they just cut out, which you don't need to do that. Imagine, this is an open world massive map, probably the biggest Pokemon map there has ever been. And it's far less linear than normal. So, like, imagine being able to go inside of every building and every house just like they used to let you. That would be so time consuming if you were like a completionist and you were checking every nook and cranny for like items and stuff. Oh, this is just it's like I was like, I can teleport or whatever to wherever. That's just the physical representation of how I do it, but you never really see except on the loading screen. My phone is going crazy. I'm gonna take a peek at it really quick. Hold on. Nothing too relevant. I'm connected to a lot of communities, but I don't talk a lot, so so they're just burning up. And it went off again. I think I have to mute my phone. We're gonna mute that. Okay, hold on. Sorry. I'm gonna play for another 20-ish minutes, and then I'm gonna stop because I have to get ready. Like I said, I work tomorrow, and don't get off till like 6:40. It's not gonna be a busy day, so I guess there's that. And I do get fed for free. Twice. But the second time isn't because of work. Is there anything? Yeah, I'm still just thinking I'm just gonna grind, because I tried to fight that last guy. I think it's like the fighting Team Star guy, and he kicked my ass. So I'm grinding. Basically, if I don't get at least level 55 on like all of my Pokemon, it's going to be a bad time. So that is what I'm doing. Is that a bug rolling fecal matter? I have a feeling it might be. Why have I not encountered that in the wild yet? Also, I need to check the levels on these. I skipped so many trainers because I didn't travel the way the game was meant to be traveled on, because like it's an open world thing. But also I wasn't getting any sense of direction from the game anyway. I mean, I got a sense of direction at the beginning, but once they let you into the open world, you're just running around aimlessly, and I got lost, and I just started running to whatever I could, and that led me to a lot of places that we're not very forgiving in nature. Also, the Pokemon Center lady, she kept saying, oh, let's find another place for you to go, and we'll send you that way. And every time I would follow her instructions, she would send me to some hellscape of trainers and battles that had a bunch of over-leveled Pokemon. I didn't stand a chance the entire time. So I kept having to leave and find a different place to do or grind because I couldn't find the linear path. That's the... I really should have tried harder to keep that alive. But the problem with this is that they don't do level scaling. So if you want to challenge what would normally be the 8th gym, it's still going to treat it like the 8th gym. Despite the fact that you challenged it first. Which I understand in principle sort of, but I don't hold on. I'm gonna pick something with not very effective move. But without level scaling, it's still going to force you what is essentially down a linear path. Because otherwise, you're fighting with a level 20 starter. Man, nothing will keep these alive, will it? You land it. Any other time, you would get praise for that. Right now, not so much. Psych up. We're probably not going to keep that move. Copying a stat change made by the target. I don't think I'll ever use Morning Sun. Psych up? Maybe. I've been getting into the stat stuff. Okay, the dancing is a little distracting. He's just going to keep doing it too. That's incredible. Superpower, 120. Now this kind of punishes me for using it. Okay. I don't... Hydro Pump is better, even though it's not a fighting move, but still, I just don't see the point. But yeah, I don't know, I think I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, the level scaling. Because there is no level scaling in the game is essentially very difficult to play if you don't play it in order. Because the Titans, the gyms, and the Team Star fights are all set to be run at a specific point in the game. And even though they let you challenge them early, what's the point? If you're running up against a level 50 with a level 20, it's going to be difficult. So more often than not, you're going to be playing them in order so that you match a level 50 with a level 50 of your own. That's how most people would play. I mean, if you're good with Pokemon strategies, which, I mean, is perfectly possible, you could run at a disadvantage and win. I did that a couple of times out of what felt like necessity, but it's impractical. So more often than not, you're going to be... Oh, that's interesting. What is the typing here? Hold on. What does it say? I'm too close. Hold on. I don't know what type that's supposed to be. Okay, get off of it. I need to be able to see it on the map because maybe I could recognize the emblem. I think that's just normal. Oh, okay. Psychic would do it, I think. I want that bird. I don't have it yet. But yeah, this may be open world, but you can't really do it out of order. At least not well. It's not an effective strategy. It is a challenge, a very impractical challenge. It's kind of like doing a level 1 run of Kingdom Hearts. Why do that except for the bragging rights? But But yeah, like, I don't know. If level scaling was a thing, and they scaled it properly to be like, this is your first gym, so it's going to be all Pokemon at or under like level 15. That would be one thing, but that's just not what they did. Oh, this is just effective. Alright. This doesn't really matter. These are pretty easy to do for the most part. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I've just been challenging the easy ones only. I think maybe that's true. But yeah, I don't know. Like, if they wanted to shoot for something a little bit more even, like if you took a look at Breath of the Wild, it runs in a way that like you can challenge any of the divine beasts, and it's a very similar challenge all the way through the game. Although I would argue that certain divine beasts were more challenging puzzles. Again, I'm not really paying attention to the gameplay. I'm just clicking A. But yeah, like if there was a more even challenge throughout the game, then yeah, you could conceivably go through the whole game without like noticing like, oh, it was supposed to be played in this order. I think Water Blight Ganon was the easiest one. But I digress. There's not really... It doesn't... Okay, what is happening out there? Can I go yet? That's the stuff. This may be a challenge, who knows? But yeah, I don't know. I kind of exhausted that subject, I think. Now I feel like I actually want to pay attention because I don't have Squawkability. Squawkability. I think I said Squawkability. I'm very tired. It's not even that late for me, but I just... If I can help it, I'm always in bed like an hour from now. Why? You guys are killing me, literally. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You can't do anything when you are down. Now our timer is lower than his health bar. That sucks. I have never fought one of these and failed. I wish I could change Pokemon now. I think that little white mark on his health bar is like the threshold where you can catch him. I think. Unless I'm wrong. Maybe not. What's the point of the white mark if he's not going to be... Oh my gosh. This blows. Come on, I need the... Okay, cool. I think it worked. Oh wait, that's something else. Okay. Hey, there we go. Like I said, piece of cake, right? What is happening? Why did you taunt after the fact? Like that was gonna make a difference. We're gonna catch him, and I don't understand the catch rate in this, so I will just throw the most powerful Pokeball I can think of right now. Maybe a Dust Ball would be more powerful, I don't know. But I don't trust these. If I know the catch rate is high, then I'll just use the Pokeball, but if I don't know it, I'll throw the biggest thing I've got because I'm afraid of losing it. I don't think I've ever, in any of these raid battles in any of the games, have ever missed a catch. Because it's like one nod and then you get it. But I still don't feel comfortable risking it. Because it feels like an inherent risk. But yeah, for those who don't know me, well, know anything about anything, super original. Anyway, I actually, I don't stream a lot, but I really wanted to record or stream this because one, I love this game. Two, this is like the game that people want to see right now. it just so happens that I also love the game. Oh my gosh. Just give me the stupid coin. Let me collect you. Dang. But yeah, it just so happens that the super popular game to play right now is a game that I really like. And for the first time ever, I'm able to even record for YouTube or Twitch, whatever I choose, to like play on. So I was like, you know what, let's do it at least once and see how this goes. And honestly, I kind of don't mind it. I was afraid I was going to run out of like stuff to say because like one of my problems is like I'm not a natural performer. So like as far as like making videos and stuff of me playing video games, I'm not exactly the best commentator. But honestly, it's more just a matter of get me started on something and I will go off on it forever. Like, I will literally never stop if no one tells me to or if I don't stop myself. But yeah, it's just... this one works because this kind of just lends itself to making me talk a lot. And also, I have a lot of stuff that I think about things related to this and whatnot. But what I will say is that part of the reason I decided to record this game very specifically, especially recently, is because my buddy Zach Scott, a popular YouTuber, was also playing it, and I've been watching him do it, and he's not like a super like seasoned Pokemon player or anything. He didn't play it when he was younger. Of course, neither did I. But I think he only got into it around the time that X and Y came out. And so like I like to go on his videos, watch him, and tell him like what certain things are, like and how they work. And I get a kick out of watching him play certain like Nintendo games. So I was watching him play this, and I was like, this is pretty cool. So what was I gonna do? I don't have any nest balls, do I? I was looking for nest balls. I'll throw an Ultra Ball, but I think it's unnecessary. Gimme Ghoul is... I mean, it's a level 10. Ooh, critical. Yes? Cool. Alright. Love that. Gimme Ghoul seems to only be at the top of these... they look like castle spires. Which is funny, because he's like a treasure chest. Gimme. So I'm sure that was intentional. Well, that was kind of weird. Just kind of rolled over it. Maybe it's not that weird. I don't know. But yeah, anyway. This is a pretty good session. I feel pretty good about what I've done here today. As far as grinding and gabbing endlessly about nothing. That felt good. I don't know. So, oh, you know, I still don't have gumshoes. Or this Stantler. That's not a young goose, that's a Stantler. You fool. Let's do gumshoes, please. We're gonna get you with that quick ball. I don't think he's gonna be a challenging catch. I have been wrong before, though. Cool. Alright. We're not leveling up too much, but we're getting there. Eventually I'll feel comfortable taking down the gang hideout. Yes, I am a child. Oh my gosh. That's what I hate. Like, why? Why do that to me? Why, like, they sit there while you're in fighting, while you're in a fight. You can't move. You can't change anything. As soon as you're snapped out of a battle, it snaps you right back in because there'll be a Pokemon sitting in your lap that just camps until you're done. Which is nonsense. Pachirisu? Ah. Last catch of the day. I'm calling it now. And by calling it, I mean I'm literally not gonna... I'm gonna be done after this. Come on. Yes. Yes. Okay. Cool. Not bad. I also want to complete the Pokédex, which is nonsense, but I've done it, like, for the last several generations. So sure, I'll do it again. So eventually I'll have this thing filled up. That is an intention of mine, so maybe I'll just keep... I'm not going to record me playing all the time. Maybe every once in a while, though. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see how I feel about it. But yeah. I think that was a pretty good little session. So we're going to go ahead and stop it there. So yeah, maybe we'll come back and we'll try this again some other time. See you guys later.